Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and to my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about why acting as if no longer works in 2020 and what to do instead. Let's get started. How many of you, my friends, have been successful as far as for manifesting or creating positive changes in your life by acting as if? I've tried various different ways of bringing forth manifestations and creating major positive changes in my life. And what I found when I started to use the act as if method, what I'm finding out is it worked for small manifestations, or it worked for minor changes in my life. But what was hard was trying to act as if for the entire day. You see what ended up happening? At certain moments, I was acting as if I was already successful. At certain moments, I was acting as if I already had all the abundance. And then acting as if I had already received these manifestations. But what would end up happening throughout my day? Let's say I would be going out shopping. I'd be acting as if I'm successful. But then I would see an item, I would see an article, something that interests me. But then I would look at the price tag. And what ended up happening? That's just too expensive right now. I cannot afford this. Therefore, and this happened in many different ways as far as my days, where I was being counterintuitive as far as I was acting as if, but when it came time to truly be, I wasn't able to be. Therefore, what ends up happening is if you're not able to always act as if for the entire day, it's going to affect your subconscious mind, because even though you're acting as if for a short period of time, if at certain times you're saying I cannot afford this, well, now you're living in lack, and that's greatly going to affect you as far as your subconscious mind. And that's what's important as far as creating these major life changes, bringing forth these manifestations, starting to bring forth more abundance. It's all about reprogramming the subconscious mind. And when I did this, this is when I started to take those quantum leaps. This is when I was able to start to mold my reality into what it has become now. And instead of acting as if, look down the road, look several years down the road as far as who you want to become. Look at your future self that has the career or the business, which whatever, as far as professional life, is already where they need to be. Look at as far as in your relationship. Look as far as the different types of abundance that this person, your future self, has brought forth. And what I ended up started doing is looking at my future self, but becoming my future self in the present moment. That is how you're going to start to create these major life changes. And this is with every aspect of your life. So I started looking at my future self as an example. Would my future self stay up, let's say, till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, binge watching television shows? No, absolutely not. My future self gets to bed early, therefore is able to get a good night's sleep, and is able, when I wake up and I feel excited, I feel re-energized. So that's one change I started doing, was going to bed early, and now I can wake up in between 4:30 and 5:30 in the morning without no alarm. And my official day doesn't start till 8:30 in the morning. I really don't have anything to do until 8:30 in the morning. So now look at that. I have 3.5 hours now to become more productive. And then I started looking, okay, my future self, as far as health-wise, physically, what is my future self doing to better his life? So I started looking at this, started to change the way the different foods I was eating, start to eliminate lower vibrational foods. And you're going to see this along your path. You're going to start to notice, you're going to see, you're going to be eating something and your stomach is going to be killing you. You're going to be feeling down. You're going to be feeling groggy. Therefore, I started to eliminate different types of foods. Started thinking, okay, is my future self meditating or going out in nature every day? Absolutely. So I started implementing that. Is my future self, for myself, I love weightlifting. I'm a weightlifter. I'm not a bodybuilder. I am a weightlifter. That's something I've always been extremely good at, and it's a passion within me. So I looked, is my future self working out regularly? Absolutely. So I started to implement this and start looking as far as every different area of your life. If you have to, make yourself a list of what your future self is doing and start doing it right now. For those of you who watch my energy reports, you're most likely going to recall that I've been telling you guys to start working on what it is that you're passionate about. Each and every single day, start to put some time and energy into this. And the reason I've been saying this is Saturn is in Capricorn right now at this very moment from July 1st until December 17th. And Saturn basically rules our professional career. It's all about work and ethics. And that's the thing. By being in the sign of Capricorn, you, my Capricorn friends, are watching this. You can actually comment this down below. For you or Capricorn, are you not a hard-working sign? Are you not a sign that's going to stay motivated and is going to keep pushing for that success and is going to reach it? Absolutely. Therefore, by having this energy in here, as far as helping bringing forth these manifestations, helping bringing forth what is that you need in order to continue moving forward, it's all about starting to push forward with what it is that you're passionate about. It's putting that time and energy. And that's why I say look at your future self as far as how are you acting, what are you doing, how is your day structured, and really start to implement as much as possible throughout your day. And this is how you're going to completely change your reality, because in order to change your personal reality, you must first change your personality. We're constantly reinventing ourselves. It's the same with me during my journey. I take that quantum leap. I reinvent myself. Even sometimes I'll say an example. I might have said something in a video a year ago, whereas now I see things differently. Therefore, I've now changed my view on a certain issue. And that's the thing. It's taking the chance to take that leap, stepping out of your comfort zone each and every single time, because this spiritual journey, it's not when life is easy that you're going to gain the most growth. It's when you dare to take that leap of faith, when you dare to take in that guidance and act upon it using your intuition. That is when you're going to truly get reward from the universe. From now until the end of the year, look at how you're able to find that perfect balance, whether it's your professional life, your personal life, your relationships, balance as far as your physical health, your emotional well-being, your mental health, and especially finding that balance in spirituality. Finding that balance to do the things that you love to do. Example, if you love to go out in nature, or you love to garden, if you love to meditate, whatever it is that you love to do, start to put more and more time and energy into this, because as you're doing these things, you're raising up your vibrations, and you're going to notice. You're going to start to notice that your reality is going to change. It's just like with the changes I've made. I used to have this war literally going on inside of me, but it was all being projected out into my reality. But by having done the inner work, I now have a very peaceful life. I've been able to start to project how I feel on the outside. And what's important to remember is we all have our own paths to take on our spiritual journey. And each and every single path is the right path. Therefore, there's nothing set in stone as far as this is the absolute way, this is the only way you should see this. This is the only method that you should use. Play around as far as the law of attraction. Play around as far as being able to bring forth these manifestations. And for those of you who haven't done so already, open up to your angels and your guides. Your angels and your guides are part of your soul family, some of them. And you've known them. You've reincarnated over and over again. And not only this, you've been on the other side. You've been the one who has been guiding other soul family members. So really open up to them. It was the greatest thing that I could have done, was opening up to them. First it was during the healing process, and then it was starting to want to structure my life in the way that I've been able to. Started to create and bring forth these positive changes. And what has helped me the absolute most, I focus on the big manifestations, but I also look on a daily basis. I also look on a weekly basis. at what am I struggling with? What blockages do I have? What do I need help with? And I open up to them. And that's why, as far as for myself, as far as bringing forth manifestations, I don't have to put in the time and energy. I just have to allow that love, joy, and bliss to come forth, and then I just speak it. Most of my manifestations that have came forth haven't been because I've been scripting, haven't been because I've been envisioning it over and over again. They've just came forth because they are the right manifestations to keep me on the path that I'm currently on right now. And I know that for some of you, it's hard to take that first step. I'm going to be truthful, I'm going to be honest. The first, not the first video, but I started uploading like almost 2 years ago, but I'm talking about last October. Okay, is when I officially said, okay, I'm coming on YouTube and I'm going to try to put out content as often as I possibly can. It was extremely frightening. It was extremely fearful to think about how many people were going to judge me. But that was my old self having negative thoughts, because before I used to be pessimistic as far as any time I would meet someone new. I would always assume they are thinking the worst in me. But trust me, once you start letting your light shine for all the right reasons, once you start taking those quantum leaps, once you start stepping out of your comfort zone for all the right reasons and start moving forward with what is that you're passionate about, people are going to sense this passion. People are going to see, they're going to notice how authentic you are. And that is what's going to draw people to you. And like I say, we all have our own path. Just do whatever feels good inside. Take those steps as far as that guidance that you're receiving. And you don't need to know 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. No, you need to know the next step to take. You take that step and don't worry about it. Remain as present as possible. Act on that guidance. Take that next step. And then wait for that divine guidance to come forth. Wait for those signs and synchronicities in order to take that other step. Because this journey is always like this. Take a quantum leap, then you stop. Everything just seems to stop. You recuperate. You get your energy back up. You gain more wisdom. You truly discover why this happened. All these different things, and then you prepare yourself for the next leap. And you'll see, once you've taken a leap or two, you're gonna see that your faith is going to begin to grow. You're going to see that your inner knowing, you're just going to have so much confidence. You're going to have so much inner knowing that things are going to turn out in your favor. And guess what? That is how you're going to change your subconscious mind. That is how you're going to reprogram your subconscious mind to expect situations to turn out in your favor, to choose to see the good out of other individuals. And that's how you're going to start to bring forth your manifestations. Well, that's going to do it for the video. Try it out. Look at what your future self is doing right now and start to implement those in your life at this very moment. Now is the time. The great awakening has begun. Now is the time to allow your authentic self out. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Move forward out of love, and you know what? That's exactly what's going to be reflected back to you. Well, I love you guys. If you're able to, go out in nature, get yourself grounded. If you're having any type of stress, clear that mind and be open to receiving that guidance. Be open to receiving those ideas that are going to help change and help create the life that you so truly deserve. Well, I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.